Hello, Long Beach. This is Stephen Matson. We got a special segment here for our Long Beach Voices program. Next to me, I have several important men here that have been a part of a very serious project called The Game Don't Change. And I'm going to introduce them real quick and have them talk about this project. Next to me is executive producer Duke Givens. And then we have also our other executive producer and public relations, Antonio Gilbreth. And then Anthony Cobbs, filmmaker, producer as well. And again, I want to thank you guys for coming on here and talking about this serious subject.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Absolutely, absolutely. For many people that don't know and not aware, gang violence and all the other negative things that come with it is affecting this nation and kids, and still to this day, thousands of young men and women are still going to prison, even losing their lives over this thing. So with that said, Duke, can you tell us your inspiration and motivation for putting The Game Don't Change project together?
Yes, 1989, I graduated from Long Beach Poly High. And at that time, in the latter 80s, there was a real bad gang war in the city of Long Beach. And I decided, first and foremost, to leave the city. So I ultimately left Long Beach and joined the United States Air Force. And so I left a gang war. And you know, at that time in 1990, Desert Storm took effect, and I went to war. And when I came back home, it was still going on. So when I saw coming home is that a lot of the guys in my neighborhood were just gone. So that inspired me to do something that would plant a seed, and this birthed a calendar. Was the first project, and then ultimately the documentary came years later behind this calendar.
Thank you, Duke. Antonio, what was your experience like working on this project?
Well, you know, this has been fruitful for me. I used to live in the neighborhoods. You know, I was on the other side of the street. You know, I was in gangs, and then I started to grow up, and I had the opportunity to actually see the world, you know, thanks to Warren G. This calendar is something that's tangible to basically catalog the peace efforts at that time when Duke returned from the neighborhood. But as you said, there is a lot of problems or a lot of media that's still depicting gang violence. You see it in the videos, you see it on the news. We want to inspire hope with this project. The doctors before us, before we came on, were talking about movement and health. Well, we're trying to inspire hope and health by putting positive content out there. So we're trying to basically touch on the spirituality, the mental, and the physical properties of putting positive stuff out there into the atmosphere.
Absolutely. Anthony, you were one of the original filmmakers on this film. I think the first filmmaker that was a part of this project. What was your experience like?
Well, it was enlightening. I mean, I've been to Africa, but I'm a Long Beach kid, and this right here was so heart touching. I mean, these people we grew up with, we saw walking the streets, and then the next couple of decades they weren't there anymore. So it was very important for us to do this project, to do it right. And Duke, being the professional he is, he did an excellent job producing this project, and I'm just happy to be a part of it. I offer my service and say, hey, we got the know-how. Let's do this to help save some lives. And it's an awesome project, and those who see it will be blessed.
Good. So we're kind of getting short on time, but before we wrap up here,
One other thing that I wanted to point out in this is, you see all of these names? This is a generation that has been lost to gang violence. And this is the message that we want to let the next generation know, is not be in this equation of some sorts, you know. Grab mentors, grab people who you know, your parents, city, your teachers, people in your neighborhood, and just cling hold to people like that, and we'll make a better change.
Absolutely.
And I know that we're short on time, but if you look at it, a lot of people in the neighborhood are short on time also. So now it's time to get serious, because you never know when your time is going to be called or when your life is going to end here on earth. Duke just showed you all the names that were depicted on this page, but this is only a small fraction of it. If we were to put everybody's name on here, it would actually fill up a few calendars. I tell people in our seminars when we show the film that I've been to 65 funerals. That's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
Before we go, I do want to say that this is a powerful film, and I'm very honored to be a part of it. But you can follow us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/The Game Don't Change. It doesn't matter if you have Facebook or not. When you type it into your Google or whatever, it'll come up and you'll see the link to order the film. So I encourage you to do that. Be a part of history.
Absolutely. I want to thank all you guys for taking the time to come on the show. You're absolutely welcome. And just before we go, I also want to say that for me it was a personal growth period to actually be a part of this project, just to see what can still be done, which is a whole lot more, and more importantly, how we all need to stay connected.
Right.
Yes.
All right. So again, you guys, to learn more about the film and the projects associated, you can go to The Game Don't Change. This has been Long Beach Voices. We got more cool stuff coming up. We want to thank you for watching. Stay tuned.
Express yourself. Express yourself. You don't never need help from nobody else. All you got to do now, express yourself. Whatever you do it good.